Happy Wednesday. Welcome. Well, you notice I always say everything three times. I don't know why I do it, right? Like I did it purposely the last two, but good morning. So yeah, welcome. So yesterday's call, we went over by 12 minutes. My apologies. I will make sure to be off at exactly 10 minutes this call. Hey, Michelle, we're also waiting on YouTube to allow us to upload. We said the last week that YouTube put us on like a 1 week timeout because a video that we had done on November 16, 2021 had a COVID reference in terms of Australia and the lockdowns. One could say, Ant, well, you know, those are the rules. You can't say that. Others have said, Anthony, that was like a year ago. They're doing this now. They must be kind of feeling a little heat or at least watching what you're doing. I don't know, but those are the facts and it's up to anyone's interpretation. So I cannot start without seriously expressing how blown away I am. Absolutely blown away. And it's, you know, when you work really, really hard, and it's not so much working hard as both labor and problem solving, right? So there are a lot of amazing people out there, whether it's a woman that is doing a traditional woman's role like teacher, maid, this, that, or not traditional, right? Or a man that's doing a traditional labor-oriented job like a mechanic or a construction worker, or not, maybe a teacher, but you know, traditional roles kind of make a little more sense, I guess. You know, they come home tired and, oh my God, I did construction for 18 hours. I bartended for 18 hours. I had all these students and then these calls and then parent teacher conferences, and they come home and they go to sleep. Fine. When you take that labor and then add into the pressure of choosing to invent the future one day at a time, and I know that sounds a little coy, right? It's a little silly. Is Anthony playing with words? I'm not. Every single day, something goes wrong. And to say that it goes wrong is irresponsible. It doesn't go wrong. It's just, it's the market telling me, Anthony, there is a better way of doing it. So along the lines of having to take your ego and pride completely out of it, along the lines of having to be able to identify every time when these things happen before it becomes a big thing and blows up, you also have to go ahead and say, all right, the idea I had is worth nothing. Throw it away, no matter how long it took to come up with the idea. And when you add that on top of, like I just described, the labor, it's exhausting. I wake up 5 a.m. latest every day, and it looked like I was thinking, because I was, some mornings are 4, some are 5:30, but let's say 5 a.m. to start writing those emails that you get by 9 a.m. It does take me 4 hours to write that email. Our son gets up at 7. So for those last 2 hours, I gotta be Daddy Rhino and Rhino, right? The point of all of this, before I go over the 10 minutes, was when we reached out to everyone yesterday, just yesterday, and said, we're doing this one-time promotion just yesterday. If you asked me honestly, I said, I really hope we get to 1,000 referrals. And even then, as I said that sentence, I was like, I hope we get to 1,000, but if we land on 500, I would still be really happy. To get to 1,089 is insane. And not only is it so blowing me away, but that's only one day. Like, what lingers? I know there's 2 or 3 of us that said, Ant, called me actually and said, hey, Ant, I really want to participate, but I won't be able to do it all today. Can you please give me till tomorrow? And anyone that knows me, you can call me and I'll always say yes. In fact, I was on the phone with 2 of our rhinos yesterday and got a lot of feedback on a lot of different things. And then the rest were emails. But the even cooler part is that we added 18 new accounts. Now, anybody that's done internet marketing or any type of internet stuff for however long knows, that's not a one-day event. You know, 80% of people don't receive the email or get to the email till the next day. In fact, when I report our emails opened yesterday, I guess I should put this, that's emails opened 7 days ago. Because we've noticed that it takes 7 days for everyone to go ahead and open that email. So if I reported how many emails were opened yesterday, it's like 2,000, 3,000. In 7 days from now, it's 8,000, 9,000. So I see those numbers, meaning the 18 we got today is maybe 25, 30% of how many are going to be. But on top of that, what it allows me to do, because the partnership is, yeah, we all work together, we share a vision together, but Anthony, time for you to go ahead and get to work, is that those 1,089 that come in, I'm personally going to email every single one. Hi, Mr. Jones, really such a pleasure to meet you. I saw Leon went ahead and referred you to us. Leon's been with us for X amount of times and he's phenomenal. We love him and we know that he would not reach out to you if he didn't love us back, right? And I'm using Leon's name for two reasons. Leon, 102 invitations. Now we had a lot of 60s and 70s. I think we even had 180. But 102 was like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So Leon, thank you. And on top of that, Leon has a family and each one of them participated. So the Smit family, probably 200 or 300. And that's amazing. The Smit family doesn't even live on our continent, talking about the United States. Amazing. But if I go ahead and email every one of those people personally, well, now Leon's like, Anthony is emailing them personally. I know Anthony's doing a lot of work, but he put that aside because this is the work he needs to do. Wow, I want to do it again because if Anthony, the steward of RHINO, is taking out of his time to welcome everyone one-on-one, then A, he obviously cares, B, he puts a face to it, but C, it takes a little bit of pressure off Leon. Like when you refer anyone to anything, the reason why you don't do it so often, the reason why it's so valuable is because you use a lot of discretion, you use a lot of thought. Well, I like this, but it might not be for everyone. Like I'm not going to recommend my mother to this place, but I like it. But if when you refer someone to Amazon and Jeff Bezos personally calls them, well, now them staying in Amazon really isn't on your referral anymore. They spoke to the founder. They are able to A, say that they're quite pleased with the welcome, but B, they are now making their own decision. It takes the pressure off you if things go good or bad. They made a decision based on speaking to the founder. So that's my part in doing it for you. But also at that same time, I believe that turns those numbers larger and larger and larger. And every Friday we send out the email, the ones to the fives, the fives to the tens, the tens to the 15s. So what is the ripple effect of us doing that? Well, it creates a more prosperous and more fruitful affiliate system going forward, partnership program. And everybody knows the whole DNA of RHINO is to go ahead and community invites community invites community. I cannot say that without planting the seeds for that flower to grow, right? It's now 10:08. So we had 30 people that qualified, and by qualified, I mean got over the 20. So we issued 31 million coin, 2 million to Leon because he went ahead and won that $1 million or million coin prize. That will all be in the emails updated tomorrow. So in your email, it says your coin amount starting tomorrow, you're going to see a couple additional commas in that number for those 30 people. The goal of this week is to get to 500 members. We are now at 270. It's now Wednesday. So you will see Anthony in hurry up mode, I guess. In fact, I cleared the rest of my week to do only this. And again, that's the partnership we have. Anthony, the goal is to get to 500. It's not a goal that you're just saying. We're all sitting here participating, investing every day. We're all owners of this too, Anthony, which means you have to get your job done. I don't need anyone to tell me that for me to know that. Not that anyone has, but maybe it's that I'm like completely psycho or Gemini, that I always have conversations in my head. But if I were anyone, I would say, okay, Ant, get it done. And I think everyone knows that. And I think that allows a certain level of comfort. I thought it was that 20 people signed up for a plan. No, it was the fact that 20 invitations went out. And what I shared yesterday was, we do not believe that it should be your fault if someone doesn't sign up. We believe it should be on us. We're doing this promotion. We're telling people we're sending a really, really nice copy. We have a video we sent them. And if they decide not to, that shouldn't be because Mike, it should be because of Anthony. Going forward, it certainly is, that's the way the program's set up. Wait, so Robbie, can you speak about the logic of offering a $1 entry, which is then followed by pushing for deeper commitment for more money? It seems a bit scammy to some folks I've spoken to. So you could certainly say that. I think everything can be looked at many different ways. For instance, if there was a really, really great program out there or a great platform or whatnot, and said, it's $100 a week to get into, well, that kind of, that's too much for me, right? Like, I don't know who they are. I did not learn them. If they said, listen, you know, you're welcome to step it up as high as you want, but to get in and to see what's going on, we do need a little skin in the game. We need a little commitment on your end. It's $1. You could stop at any point. I think that's no different than the way life is, right? Like when you ask the girl out for coffee, sure, maybe you really want to have coffee with her. You want to get to know her, but why do you want to get to know her? Because maybe she's pretty enough, or maybe she likes the same stuff that you like and you see a future with her. But you don't ask someone to marry you day one. You say, hey, do you want to have a coffee? Because you need the time to know that you can opt out at any point, but you're taking little baby steps together. In fact, in behavioral science, it's called micro steps. There was a town that they were trying to do this safe driving thing. And they asked all the town members, hey, listen, when you put this big sign in front of your house that says, you know, don't text and drive. And the homeowners were like, are you out of your mind? Like, I'm going to put this sign in front of my house. So what they did instead was they went to a different town and said, hey, listen, would you put this little flyer in your window that says, we support safe driving? And what they did was 2 months later, they went to all those houses that said yes, which was obviously a large amount of houses because it was just a flyer in a window, and said, you've really helped us so much with a flyer in your window. Would you allow us to put this sign in front of your house? And triple the people said yes than they did without the flyer, because once you have the opportunity to understand, get to know people and be a part of something, you now have more information to make further decisions. And the more commitment a decision is, like $100 or $25 or whatnot, requires more information. So the challenge is, how do we go ahead and get someone in a position that they acquire that information to make that decision? And we thought the fairest way would be, come in, check around. If you like us, move up. If you don't, you know, we'll part as friends. I'm now 3 minutes over. I hope in a year's time, you said the wallet information. Yes. So I did say the wallet information was going to be today. And I did not know I was lying at the time, which I still don't think is a lie. It's a pivot, which might be a fancy word for a lie, but I did not know it. I'm talking to myself. Because we had 1,089 invitations yesterday, all of those new people, right? All those new contacts are now in our email list. Our email list goes out every morning, which meant the first email that all of those new people saw was going to be today's email. And that gave us a big opportunity. Do we want to go ahead and welcome them the right way in terms of sharing what we are, what we're doing, and those that didn't get in, offering them another opportunity? Or should we just not pretend they don't exist, but all right, you guys are in now sit there and watch what we're doing. We'll get to you when we get to you, and do the wallet email. So I made a decision. I hope everyone can understand why I made it. You may not agree, but why I made it. And the wallet email will be tomorrow. So that's that, right? So it's 10:14. How do we know if I won? I'm pretty sure I got 20. So I'll tell you a secret. Everyone that did over 5 won. And I don't know if that's dishonest. I hope it's not. The goal was 20, and so many people exceeded 20 by leaps and bounds that I was so taken back by the showing that I wasn't going to actually count, like Aurora got 18, so, you know, tough cookie. Anyone that, I did the eye test, anyone that I saw the name a bunch of times got rewarded, because that's my commitment to you. Just meet me halfway and I'll always meet you right back. All right, now I'm 5 minutes over. You guys can keep me all day. So I love you, I love you, I love you. Goodbye. Bye, guys. Tomorrow's numbers, please check it. Oh, the numbers in the email today, you'll see, is a bit updated. Well, they're always updated, but we added new metrics because I had a call yesterday that shared with me we should add those metrics. And like I always said, RHINO is everyone. It just is. If you have advice, call me. If we agree, which I did, it'll be used or applied is a better word. So anyway, check the email. It's more specific. And the email tomorrow is going to be quite important. One, because the wallet. Two, I have another super duper duper push week idea. And this one's actually going to hire 20 people. So we'll see, right? Like, let me get that out to you tomorrow, but I do want to, RHINO's getting to the point that we want to hire people, and I want to hire you. And the numbers, I really need them to, we all want them to be higher tomorrow. I really think if I work my tush off, like my fingers start bleeding because I'm just emailing all day and taking phone calls, I think we could get over 300, which would be plus 30, which would be the most ever. I really wish I said that in my head, but because it's like 6 minutes over, I said it out loud. So don't hold me to it, but that's my not so silent goal. So if you can go ahead and email the people you invited and tell them, hey, listen, did you join? That would be helpful, certainly. But I'm going to do my best today, so I have to go. Leave me alone. Bye. What was that? I think I meant to do this, the RHINO horns. We got you, Anthony. Bless your family. Bless you. Bless you.